man. I only wanted to bring that up, obviously, because things are monitored nowadays. You know, even this show right now, still.
Yeah, we canceled anyways. So.
Yeah, I know, right? We were canceled last week. Jeez. If he's owner of Twitter, you know, what is he really doing? What benefit is he adding to Twitter right now, as far as people who are messaging and actually like tweeting with it? What benefit is it now that Elon Musk is in charge?
He's the boss man.
He is.
Of Twitter.
Right.
You know, Elon Musk making his rounds through Twitter's headquarters in the Bay, firing executives, making algorithm changes and verified policy additions. Let's read the article first. Let's kind of go into that. Let's pull that up.
My understanding is you know, he basically bought it.
Fifth over. He
bought it basically to allow freedom of speech, I guess, a little bit more better.
Just let that sink in.
Let it sink in, y'all. Y'all motherfuckers fired. That's a lot of people, though.
Right.
That's crazy.
To lose
That's
their
crazy.
jobs.
I heard it's more like 54%. He just announced today.
Yeah, it was like the numbers I was hearing, it was between 50 and 75% of the
This motherfucker
base
Thanos
is getting rid of people.
He Thanos, huh?
Pretty much.
Just boom. Gone.
He came in there, man, with BDE.
Jeez.
It's the reason why
BDE. Explain.
Big dick industry.
the reason why he kind of has to do that is because if you look at the employee contributions to, like, you know, elections, I think it was like 98% of them gave to the Democratic Party. And it's obvious when you look at what's happening on Twitter in terms of who they're shadow banning and stuff like that, that it was one-sided. So that's the reason why he kind of is leading to that, you know, fact of having to let go so many people. So it's just, wow, that's a lot of people. Like,
So basically,
hope you have somebody that knows what they're doing to actually do the job, you know, in terms of coding, data scientists, stuff like that, things that you need to know in order to.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this though. At the end of the day, if you're letting go, I gotta push back on that.
Discrimination?
Because if you're pushing back, if you're taking out 50 to 70, let's say 50 to 75% of your base, they're all at the directive to do that. They're not making the personal decision.
Well, that's why the way they're doing it is they're actually going to do it in terms of, like, I guess you could say, what do we call it when you have the rule book and stuff like that that you're supposed to go by? They're going to retroactive basically acts that were done while, like, you know, basically if someone was misusing their powers, they're going to look into that. So, which I guess they can literally see how many people have been doing that, which is why they put those numbers up.
You're basically saying, okay, I'm gonna fire this 50 to 75%, and then I'm gonna replace it with what? What's gonna be on your interview process? Are you
Right, that's what I
Democratic or
wanna know,
Republican?
yeah.
Like
Exactly.
that, like which would be bullshit, which you can't ask nobody. So that'd be kind of stupid to eliminate those people to replace them with others when you're not gonna be able to determine whether they're binary on
What was the reasoning for letting
political
go?
party.
What was the reasoning letting go of the CFO and the CEOs?
Oh, that's common. I don't have a problem with getting rid of the executives. They usually do that in most mergers and most, one company assuming another. Because if you're firing them basically because you feel like they're leaning towards one more political party than the other,
right.
That's kind of false. Because now you're assuming who they voted for. Like I said, most mergers, this is not uncommon. They usually shake things up. They get rid of certain executives that's at the top because they want to implement a new, mission statement. They want to implement a new pathway for the company. And usually you have to kind of tear down a little bit just to build back up.
Right.
So that's not uncommon. That's most of the time, any type of merger, there's usually cuts.
Right.
That's
Absolutely.
usually what happens. The
Absolutely.
dude boss man coming in, basically like this. It's on some BDE. I pay $40 billion for some shit. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do.
Why is the question?
He can.
Why?
Because of what's been going on, the fact that it's so politically motivated and people getting shadow banned and everybody I got banned on there. Like, I'm telling you, it's you can't go on there and speak anything to the right at all. You speak anything on the right, you will immediately, because the left will say some crazy shit, something about abortion or something about whatever. Somebody just says, well, I don't agree with it with this. Boom, shadow ban.
So we have this reporter.
Or just
Her
ban
name
in
is
general.
AOC. I believe it's like Alexandria
Cortez?
Oscar Cortez, right? Who felt like she was basically banned even under new ownership with Elon Musk under control.
That does falsify. She wasn't banned.
Honestly, I felt like she was having some Wi-Fi issues. She was mentioning certain things right there, and I work at a location where I don't get Wi-Fi, I don't get data at all. So she could have just been having some data issues. But, the subscription issues. He's now the new owner. Is freedom of speech technically free? Nah, it's $8 a month. It's a subscription, right?
No, it's still free. You can still have a Twitter.
So he has been making some changes.
Yeah.
So one of the things, obviously, firing some of the executives. That's been the other thing. One thing that he did is kind of remove a lot of the filters. So there was what people may have noticed over here over the past week.
Bots.
Man, the N-word and Jewish slurs was rampant.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll say this. Do I think a small portion of those people really have that hate in their heart? And they were saying that, taking advantage that they're able to say those terms without any repercussions or consequences? Yeah. But I think that was definitely the minority. I think the majority of what you saw was people either trolling or just trying to prove a point. Just basically trying to say, hey, when you remove these type of filters, this is what I can say on here without any type of, checks and balances, which I'm not mad at those people. If that was your intention, is to kind of show that, I ain't got nothing wrong with it. But I think the narrative that was kind of going around is literally now all the racists got free reign. And that's the false narrative, because that's not what is happening. Because if y'all want to see some racism, you ask Tony, bro. Get on the game.
Get on Warzone. Get on Warzone.
Get on one
That's
of these.
crazy.
Get on one of these online gaming blogs or one of these online gaming zones where dudes is playing Call of Duty or something like that.
They don't even direct it at anybody. It's just like, who can say it in the most craziest modulated way, like bro, it's crazy. But.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. I only wanted to bring that up, obviously, because things are monitored nowadays. Even this show right now, still.
Yeah, we canceled anyways.
Yeah, I know, right? We were canceled last week. Jeez.
But you mentioned it, just to touch on it with the whole payout. So he's not charging people to have Twitter. He's charging people to be verified. And that, I will say this, I
thought it was $20 too, by the way. I didn't know
it's gone to $8, I think.
Yeah,
well,
$8.
I don't know the particular. I've seen $8. I've seen different numbers. I don't know what the number is. I'm not a person who really utilizes Twitter. I'm just being honest with you. So maybe I'm the wrong person to ask on this. I don't hold it as sacred. The times that I go on there is usually when someone sends me something to link, and then I'm checking out the article or whatever they sent me. Right.
Very true.
So I'm not somebody that utilizes that much. I will say this, that there's some good debate on this, whether that's a good idea, because to be verified on some of these sites usually takes more than just having money. I got $8. You got $8, and so do you. So we can make ourselves verified for $8? That kind of diminishes the point of being verified. I would think that I don't think, especially someone who doesn't utilize Twitter at all, should have to, if just for a measly $8, I can become verified. So I'm at the same level of verification as Barack Obama or LeBron James or Joe Rogan.
I thought it was verified just to show that you're not a bot, though. Because I know you get special privileges and stuff like that.
It's a little different.
And business, is it more for business?
I don't know the parameters behind it.
But I think verified is just to make sure. Part of the reason why they were talking about it is because, this reason why it's good that Elon Musk is doing this. Somebody was saying it's smart because now when it comes to businesses and people wanting to put advertisements, he can charge more, saying, no, these people are verified. These are real people. These aren't bots. They are going to receive your advertisement. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why they were doing that. So.
Yeah, but if they're charging a certain amount of money for a verified account, verified is that blue check.
Yeah, because mine's locked. But then it's like,
I
had to make a new one.
What I'm saying is that if you can pay to get that blue check mark, that diminishes the value of that check mark prior to.
Just like
100%.
They said it on Incredibles. Once everybody's super,
no one will be.
Come on, man. Come on, Incredibles. Come on, I know y'all watch Incredibles. To be honest with you,
I'm super familiar with Incredibles.
Yeah,
I have never seen either of the movies. I know people gonna be mad at me. Wow. I've never seen them either. Shout out to The Ride. The Ride is dope as fuck as Disneyland.
Oh, it is.
I know it's racist.
I got on that thing like 3 times.
It is dope as hell.
It's kind of like being at the club.
Absolutely.
It's no different than being at the club. It's like somebody paying at general admission. Somebody got a VIP booth. That's what it is. It's all about hierarchy. It's all about position.
Speaking of which, take this time to go ahead and like and subscribe. Turn on your notifications for us so we can get that blue check mark. Thank you.